It's Surskit time today. Today we're going to be shiny hunting for Surskit and using it in ranked Reg I battles against Uber Pokemon and building a team from scratch to facilitate its greatness. We did Poochien the other day. Today it's time for Surskit. I think it has a really cool looking shiny as well. So hopefully we get some big wins with this. Wish me luck. Here we go. Sandwiches for this. Yo, is that Flygon HG with a 255 person raid? Flygon raid, holy moly, thank you so much, my friend. You know, you're one of the only people who like Pokemon content I really watch. I love all the Nuzlocks. I love all the Gen 6 Nuzlocks you do, my friend. Thank you so much. I got to give a shout out. We just went live. This is ridiculous. This is the craziest day of my life out here. Wow, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hopefully you had a great stream. How many freaking tomatoes this is? Why is there so many tomatoes on the sandwich? Yo, the cherry tomatoes like to fall. I was watching Reversal actually mess with the tomatoes, and they were not having good luck either. So this is not gonna be easy. The hardest part about using Surskit on the ranked Reg I ladder is trying to get these tomatoes to stay on this sandwich. I've already ruined this, haven't I? You know what? I saved before. All right, we're going. No. Oh my gosh, not like this, bro. Oh, dude, I'm gaming right now. It's like freaking Jenga out here. I could have done this so much better. No! That's one down. All right, let's see it. Two down. It's fine. I'll turn it off if it doesn't work. Got it. Saved it. Oh, man. Quick question. Would anyone down to help him with Violet Paradox Pokemon? Someone can, I'm sure. I do not have Violet. Oh, dude, that one's so clutch. Oh, we're gaming. All right, let's see if it works. Please still be my sandwich. That one's like framing right there. That's so crazy, bro. Oh, my gosh. Here we go. Let's see. Please work. 3 stars. Okay, we're gaming. That works for me. Hey, that works for me. 3s across the board. We're gaming. It's Surskit time. Let's go get ourselves a Shiny Surskit. And hopefully make this work. Where's the water? Oh, we got one. There it is. You see it? Shiny Surskit, bro. Oh my gosh. All right, so we got to not KO this thing. So we have managed to find our Shiny Surskit right here. Look at that absolutely amazing shiny. It used to be darker, but I think it's one of the coolest shinies in the game. Very, very cool shiny. What do we want to throw with this? Luxury ball, go. Got him. Got him. Sociable. Surskit the sociable. Not bad. That's actually not bad. That's actually kind of clean. Let's check some of these stats here. Decent. No good speed. Ooh. Giving me Trick Room options here. That's kind of nice. It is kind of nice. What does Surskit really bring to the table? And why would you actually use a Surskit over something like its evolved form Masquerain? Right? Masquerain's actually a usable Pokemon. It gets Intimidate. It gets Unnerve. It has much better base stats. Like 100 base special attack on this Pokemon is not bad. 80 base speed is not bad. It gets a bunch of really cool coverage options. Masquerain gets a lot of cool tech. It gets things like Tailwind, right? It gets a bunch of like fun stuff. Why wouldn't you want to use Masquerain? Plus, its shiny is also kind of cool looking. But we're using Surskit because Surskit does something that no other Pokemon in the game can do. So if I'm going to be using Surskit, it doesn't get Intimidate. It doesn't get Unnerve. We're actually going to be keeping Swift Swim. You say Scarf with Rain. I don't think we need to go that deep. Can we take name suggestions? I mean, I guess I can nickname it, but I gotta build this thing first. So yeah, we're gonna be using Swift Swim on this guy, being able to double our speed in the rain. And so since we're gonna be able to double our speed in the rain, we need to set rain. So I think that means we're gonna need Kyogre here. So what I'm going to do here is add all the mons first, kind of explain their rules, and then talk a little bit about like each thing that I want to add one at a time. So I have a couple of these written down. I think if we're going to be playing with Surskit and Kyogre, we're going to be using Rain. Whenever you're adding mons to a team, and whenever you actually have things that you want to happen, like we need Rain to happen to enable Surskit, we need Rain to happen to enable Kyogre, you don't want to make one mon have to do all of your heavy lifting. You want to add a secondary mon that comes packed with that same mechanic that you're trying to make work. So in this situation, it's a very obvious add, but we want to add Tornadus. Tornadus with like Rain Dance, a little bit of speed control, potential tailwinds. This is going going to be able to make it so Kyogre doesn't have to do all the heavy lifting of having just be the weather be its job. So I think Tornadus is a very, very good mon here. All right, we got a couple other mons here. I think the next mon that I'm going to be adding here is going to be a little bit weird looking. Entrainment. I don't think it gets entrainment. I don't think it does. I think I looked at it earlier. It does not get entrainment. You guys are going to see, though, it's actually a really cool set. The next mon I want to add here is a little bit of protection for Kyogre, because right now with our board of Surskit, Kyogre, Torn, we're really, really weak to, like, Thunderclap. Grassy Glide gives us a lot of problems. Fake outs, terrains. Big single target moves are going to be the death of us here. So what we're going to be doing is adding an Indity female here. So I really like the Indity female being able to come in with a Psychic Surge and just kind of say, no thanks, like, no Grassy Glide, no terrain, no Thunderclap, no Miraidon terrain, like, absolutely fine just adding an Indity there. I think it's a very, very safe pick for this team. It's really going to be enabling the Kyogre. I think these three monsters together are very, very good. And then Surskit's great as well. And then because we have an Indity, I'm going to add our second restricted right here. Restricted you don't see me use all that often anymore, but it's a pretty obvious pick on like Kyogre Indity cores, and that's going to be Shadow Rider. So we're going to be adding Shadow Rider on this one. So this can be pre-packed with like Expanding Force, right? It can be packed with Astral Barrage. It's just a ton of damage. You see how much damage this is? Like tons of special damage. So that's the idea behind this team so far. And then the last mon on this team, it's a little bit of a weird one, but I do think this is going to cook. It's Pawmot. I was really thinking about Pawmot or Rabska, but I think I want the Pawmot here. Pawmot really is nice with this Volt Absorb, be able to come in and cover up for this weakness here. And then we have the ability to like revive our Kyogre, revive our Shadow Rider, revive our Tornadus. It gives us a potential fake out user in the late game. It gives us a good pivot into Miraidon. I don't know how many games I'm going to really use Pawmot, but Pawmot is very, very good at breaking things that get like Calm Mind boost. Like, I don't know, maybe something like a Terrapagos or something that would be really good into our Calyrex. This is what it looks like to like build a good team. See how there's absolute reasons and, you know, the things, there's reasons behind why I'm adding these mons. And I think it's really, really important to have those reasons, write them down, go through them, and say, I need this mon because X, Y, Z. You can be doing the same thing in your teams when you build them. And yeah, I think it's pretty important to, you know, have those reasons, like I just said. So what is it that we want to do with this team? What do you guys think it does? Now that you can see all 6 of the Pokemon, what is it that Surskit does that nothing else can do? I want you guys to think about it. What does Surskit do that nothing else can do? I want you guys to think about it. You guys got like 5 seconds, 10 seconds. It's gonna be rough. Surskit's so good. It's so good. It gets a lot of cool moves. But there's something that only it can do. I didn't know that it got Solar Beam until this morning. It gets Soak, it gets Sticky Web. But you know what else gets those? Masquerain. So why would we use Surskit? Okay. Speed control from the unknown. I mean, it's true. I'll go down some of the list. One of the moves that we're going to add on the Surskit is going to be Icy Wind. Right? I really like the Icy Wind here because in the Swift Swim, Surskit is able to get enough speed to outspeed opposing Shadow Riders if we have the Swift Swim up. So we can just Icy Wind, break a Shadow Rider sash, Kyogre comes in with a Water Spout, finishes it off. Easy peasy, right? That is pretty standard, right? So Surskit, Icy Wind, good tech. What else do we want to do? Well, before we talk about what Surskit can do, let's talk about what Calyrex can do. Calyrex is a pretty good Pokemon. It can hold some items. Like this item. Right here, this item. The weakness policy, very, very solid item here. So if we were to have a weakness policy, and then maybe think about changing our Terra just a little bit, maybe to something like Fire, we could come in with our Surskit and click Aqua Jet. Now, this is not game-breaking mechanics. You know, side policy, weakness policy, that's what you think is like game-breaking busted. That's what you're making us sit through this. That's not what we're doing, right? That's not what we're doing. It goes deeper. So turn 1. Surskit, side Aqua Jet, Fire, Terra, Cali, pop both their things. Boom. Does Baton Pass work on Swift Swim? You do not Baton Pass the boost from Swift Swim. That's a great question. Is that Andy Castle dropping a sub? Thank you so much, my friend. Happy to have you here. You are the first sub of the day. I appreciate you, and we're we're right in the middle of explaining the super cool tech that Surskit does. So like I said, turn 1, Aqua Jet, Policy Proc, Fire Terra, double KO, single KO, doesn't matter, they're gone, right? Turn 2, drop Protect. You know, now that the Policy's on the Shadow Rider, we just got a KO on something, they're going to be pretty mad about that. They're going to come in, they're going to try and KO the Shadow Rider. So we're going to Protect. And on that turn that we can Protect, we can get more speed control by Icy Winding, we can do whatever. But Surskit's still on the board, we can pivot. You know, it'd be really cool, though, if we went something like, I don't know, like, Psych Up that Policy Boost. Maybe if we just Psych Up that Policy Boost just a little bit. Because remember, Psych Up does go through Protect. Huh. And then we'd be able to, like, on turn 3, go for, like, +2 Aqua Jets into the opponents, +2 Icy Winds from a Surskit, which, like, not that great. But what if at that point, we went, on the next turn, we just, like, baton passed it? What if we did that? Have you ever seen a Pokemon have a set like this? I don't think I've ever seen a Pokemon have a set like this before. So the goal is to Policy Proc the Calyrex. Psych up those boosts from your own Calyrex. And then baton pass those boosts to your Kyogre. And then re-bring out your Surskit and, I don't know, mess him up. Give him the speed control with Icy Wind. I think this is going to be sick. I think this is going to be so cool if this works. This is so deep. But, somebody has to do it. Just like Mewtwo Drifblim. It's not, though. There's no minimize here. It's way harder to use than that. Some S-tier shenanigans. That's right, yo. That is correct. S-tier it is. So that's our set here. Let's start adding the rest of the stuff. We're probably going to be going with a... I like Mystic Water, honestly. Mystic Water is good. Thank you for the follow as well. If you guys are enjoying the content, drop a follow. I appreciate it, you guys. How many follows do we actually have on Twitch? We are at 19,498 follows on Twitch. You guys are absolutely amazing. You guys know that? Crazy. I'm probably going to go with Mystic Water here. You find this team under shenanigans in the dictionary. It's true, right? It is true. I think I'm going to Rocky Helmet here. Mental Herb is very viable. I will just Rocky Helmet. I like Rocky Helmet Torn. Inity will be our Goggles user because Amoonguss is a big jerkhead. Yo, thank you for the follow. Hey, appreciate it. Yo, we go live pretty much every single day, at least on the weekdays. I'm really liking this stream time. And if you guys have requests for stream times you guys might want to see, please let me know. I like that Surskit is a core part of the team instead of just running a 5v6. Yeah, no, the team features Surskit. That's the thing. It was like the team is built around enabling it with both of our restricteds. People always like to say that, like, you can't use, like, bad bonds in restricted formats. That's why they don't like double restricted formats. I actually think that restricted formats, double restricted formats, those are the ones that you can use the jank mons, right? Because most restricteds don't have tech, and you can bully them. Because like the not fully evolved things, the jank mons, they're just full of tech, right? Encores, you know, Psych Ups, Baton Pass, you know, all the weird stuff. Like, you could bully those. You can outplay restricteds, you know? And that's just my thoughts here. Wondering what this last move is going to be. I might just make this Shadow Ball. I think Psychic is the standard one, but I already have Expanding Force. I'm just going to make it just a raw Shadow Ball. If I fight Farigiraf and... I really want to, like, put Pollen Puff there. It's so good into Ogre 2. I will put Pollen Puff there. You can't stop me. I'm doing it. Love Pollen Puff. This guy's going to be sashed. Alright, so now that we got all of... Oh, Surskit. Ion Surskit's going to be Covert Cloak. Covert Cloak. Yep. I think Covert Cloak's really good here. That way, if I lead with the Ogre, you can't fake out. And if I lead it next to Shadow Rider, you can't fake out, and I can always do my thing, and really like the Cloak there. So very, very cool tech. So those are our items. After coming back to VGC, I look at it like this. I do not care what the meta is or what it is not. Honestly, I can't wait to try and build a team around Bug, Terra, Kanto, Persian. Kanto Persian's not a bad mon, though. Very, very usable mon. So Kyogre, we're going to put Protect here. I think I'm actually just going to run a triple water. So, like, Hydro, and then Origin. I don't really like Thunder, you know. I'm not a big Thunder Kyogre guy. If anything, I would go Ice Beam, and I think this is fine. Torn is going to run Protect as well. Definitely want to have Protect to elongate the effect of our Tailwinds and stuff like that. Here's our Rain Dance up, and then I'm just going to go Hurricane. I'm a big fan of Hurricane on Torn right now, especially on this team with like double AoE mons. Very, very you know, cool set with Hurricane here. Indeedee. Indeedee's actually going to be an Imprison set because I don't want to deal with Trick Room. So that's what we're doing, Imprison today. And we got to think, what else do we like want to imprison? Is there anything worth imprisoning? We're going to follow me here, obviously. What is the move that would be the most valuable one to imprison? Gleam, Shadow Ball. I used Drain Punch. I used Draining Kiss for a little bit. I actually used Draining Kiss at NAIC last year and Imprison. Protect? No, I want a damaging move here. Could just put Psychic. Psychic's not bad. Terra Blast. Ooh, Terra Blast could work too. Shock. Play Rough. Like, imagine, like, disabling Azashi and, like, Play Rough, like, imprisoning it. I could put Fake Out. Well, no, I don't need to do that. Alluring Voice is what you're supposed to use here, but I don't really want to use Alluring Voice here. Because we're using Imprison. I think there's something worth imprisoning. Don't you? Unless I just want to put Helping Hand. Ooh, I'll just go Helping Hand. That's fine. I vibe with that. I super vibe with that. It sucks not being able to disable the Helping Hand, but, like, I like this. This will just hit correctly, so I very much so vibe with that. And Calyrex, that's our set. Pawmot. I like to Protect over Fake Out, especially because we have it on an Indeedee team. And then you have Revival Blessing, as always, and then Close Combat Double Shock. Perfect. So let's see. Let's start adding some EVs. Time to do some EVs. Pawmot's pretty simple. Sash, you can just go 2v2, Cruise Control for cool. Calyrex, I will still go Cruise Control for cool on this thing. I think you got to be full speed just to make sure you're not getting dumped on by other Calyrexes. Indeedee is going to be heavy HP with, I think I'm going to end up actually going heavy Spadef. So I want to look at a calc here, though. I want to look and see how much damage Zamazenta Crowned does to Indeedee. Indeedee female with Heavy Slam. Alright, so Heavy Slam is right there. We're going to go 252 right there, and then we need this Heavy Slam to be under 50%. We're going to make Heavy Slam a 3-shot. So we need to be heavy investment with bold then. And that's fine. Or not bold, but you get my idea. You get the idea. Alright, so we can actually take some of these points out. 236. 236. Just looking at stuff here. Alright. The reason why we're going to be doing that set like that is because I'm going to be running this with a Ghost Terra. So that we can redirect Body Press. But it makes them so they have to Heavy Slam us, and we just don't really die there. So I vibe with that. It's better than just, like, we found a way to not have to be 252, 252, and we're going to be 0 speed reduced so we can actually always get up our terrain control correctly. Tornadus is going to also be heavy on the defensive side. You can tell I don't really like fighting Zenta with this team, right? I think you go 188 plus. This lets you live through Urshifu Surging Strikes. You're afforded the luxury of 460. Actually, we can drop that down right there, and it's 68. Perfect. So that's the Torn set that I'm just a big fan of. I really, really like this set right now. And it should be good. Kyogre, I really feel like you only need to get to right here on Kyogre to speed creep things correctly. So, like, that's what we're going to do. You know, you could 252 it, easy peasy, like, click the button, but, like, this is fine. I want to go fast on the Ogre. So that's the EVs for all these mons. And Surskit. Surskit's a really weird one. We want to see what is Surskit's actual attack stat. It's a good question. So we got to use some, what are these called? Experience candies. Because that's another thing. We make all these teams legit in-game, too. That set also helps you with U-turn Rilla and then Sandwich typically chunks Indeedee. Yep, it does. Oh, definitely. Yeah. Indeedee's much better off having, like, defense than, like, Spadef. I just wanted to see if I could find room for Spadef. I'm going to put my 31 here. We're going to max these stats. Right? And we're going to leave that attack as is. Be attack reduced nature, because we don't want to do that much with our Aqua Jet. And then I'm thinking, like, we need enough speed. We need at least... We need to be natured, first of all. That's a good number right there. It helps us from any +1, -1 calcs we have, even though we don't have any, but it lets us outspeed mons that were +1, -1. So, like, honestly, that set right, like, there is probably the best that we're going to get. Honestly, like when mons are super simple like this is kind of just what it looks like. Yeah, I vibe with that. So those are all of our EVs done. The last thing I like to do is my Terras. So Shadow Rider had Fire Terra. I like to keep the Electric Terra on Palmot so we can just continuously spam Double Shock without losing it. We have Ghost Terra there. Torn, I end up going Dark here more often than I like, but I'll go Dark. Kyogre, we go Water Terra. Sorry, not Grass Terra. And Surskit is another one. We also go Grass Terra on the Surskit. Do we though? Because like if we're ever going to be policy procking, we would never. No, we don't go Grass Terra. We don't need it. Is there ever a situation in which I'm going to need to do anything with this Surskit where I need a specific Terra? Normal is the only one that I think I can get away with for anything. Like I can eat an Astral. I can eat a Lunala move. Trying to think. Where like a situation where I'm paired it next to Shadow Rider. Like, normally you'd want to be Grass to avoid, like, the redirection of Rage Powder, but I can't Terrasilize my Surskit to get around that and Terrasilize the Shadow Rider, so I don't need that. I think normal is the correct play. And if they're, like, Spec Shadow Rider, there's a situation where I can just 1v1 you with, like, Icy Wind. It's true, right? It is true. So that's the set. It is now time to start getting these mons in-game and hopefully go get some wins. I have faith. I have faith that we can make this work. So let's go get it. Can I just try it? Can you guys let me try this? Can we just... All right, I'm going to take my L. And you got to try it. You got to try things. If you want things to get better, you got to try them. Okay, we're going with that. I know we need Tailwind here. I know that they're going to get up a Tailwind. So we have to go that and then that. Which means it sucks we can't go anti-terrain here, but it's okay. Gaming. All right, so I can try and answer this question now. It says, quick question. One thing I could never understand about the VGC community as people always saying you got to play meta. I feel like you don't have to play meta to have fun. For people like me, even we play a few games. Like, honestly, VGC is a bunch of jerks, a bunch of tryhards, right? Just do whatever you want, you know? VGC is the bunch of the communities like, quit having fun. Like that meme, that's the VGC community. I'm going to absolutely decimate this Pelipper. It's sashed, right? You gonna wide guard me? He set the rain. I didn't want him to, bro. Why are you setting the rain out here? Alright. Don't wide guard. Wide guard cheap. Don't snarl either. Don't be weird. I'm gonna go get Fisher, bro. Surskit, save me, bro. Save me, Surskit. Let's see it. Let's go. Alright. No way this really works. That has to be Sash Pelipper, right? That's such an obnoxious lead, too. Sunkern's cool. I love Sunkern. One of my favorites. Aqua Jet. Policy! Oof! Look at this. Policy, policy, does whatever a policy does. Okay. Dumpy time, let's go. Astral. +2, baby. Boom. Oof, it is Sash Pelipper, big sad. Big sad. Cry every time, Sash Pelipper. Never lucky. Tailwind. All right, I think we can stagger this. I think we can win out. I know this sounds crazy. I think it's possible. Snarl, you can miss on Shadow Rider. Yo! And you don't drop my Surskit stats because I'm cracked, bro. Okay. I could psych up. I could get the psych up, bro. I could get the psych up. I'm thinking. I'm such a gamer. Let's go. Let's go. Surskit psych up, dude. We cooking. Oh, dude, we cooking. Hurricane. That's fine. I don't even care, bro. I just wanted a free pivot into my Torn, and you let me have it. I appreciate you. Oh, that's sick. Are you gonna stomping? Yeah, there it is. Okay. Is Pelipper fast enough to outspeed Shadow Rider? Just looking at some stats here. Pelipper can be fast enough. My favorite Pokemon's Butterfree. It's Butterfree. Yeah, I've top cut regionals with Butterfree before. If I can eat the stomping, I'm such a gamer, but I don't think I can. But that's okay. Avog's cool, man. Let's see it. Wyguard, great play from that Wyguard. Love that for you. Can't deal with that. Just doing the best I can. If I can eat this stomping tantrum, that's sick, but I don't think that I can. I really don't think I can. But we're gonna try our best. Yeah, it would have been nice to chunk that Tinglu for like a little bit more. Kind of wish I pulled the trigger. Probably gonna lose our Shadow Rider here, but let's see. I want to see if they snarl. Tantrum, okay. Oh, we're gaming now. Okay, that's actually super sick. I vibe with that. Callie thick. It is a shadow. Like it is a Shadow Rider. I do be thick. Jack be nimble. Jack be thick. Jack, come on, this Callie be thick. Okay. Wide guard again. Absolutely amazing. No issues. Okay. And I want to see what they're using here. This is still a +2 Callie, by the way, guys. Lovedus needs a Mega. You can just use Lovedus. It's a good mon. Torn kind of cares about that, but at the same time, like I think we're in a good spot. Their Tailwind is now gone. I'll be fast out here. I'm about to be cooking. Oh, what you got? You got priority? You better have priority, bro. Let's see it. Miraidon? That ain't it. Nah. 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 You got Protect? How many Protects you got? You got Protect, you got Protect. I'm gonna lose my Callie here, but like, I'm cooking. No Protect, no way. No normal Terra, no dark Terra, no weirdness. No lights, no music. Line him up, knock him down. Yeah, let me cook. I could palm puff this Tinglu. I could make a read and double one of the Tinglu and get the KO. Oh, they're thinking. Astral, yes, that lets me hit it, yo. Let's go, big damage. Woo! He lives! The boy who lived! Whoa, I actually can't believe he lived. I mean, Tinglu is on the board. That's crazy. No confused there. Wow. Wait, sorry, we have confused. I value this confusion. I would love it if I actually hit them in confusion. Pattern Plus is awesome. I agree. I love it. Oh, let's go! Value. Value hath been wrought today. Brought to you by Surskit Gaming. Oh my gosh. The ghost of Surskit. That's fine. Absolutely okay. They are big sad. I would say that they're probably quite. And then they got Zenta, and they still have Terra. I think we win, but it's such a fine margin here. Are you gonna wide guard? If you wide guard, wide guard Snarl is the right play. If it's Zenta. Leaves. Okay. We win. We should win here. L damage. Like, I'm trying to think, like, there's no way we lose this, right? Yeah, we have a one more turn tailwind. We won. They're going to Terra here, but I think that we still win. They can go like a water Terra on Ting Lu. You can't break my Ogre unless you Fisher it this turn. Show me what you got. Show me what you got. Unless they're like scarfed iron leaves in the terrain. I can't stop that one, bro. I got no nope, that's not we're not doing that, you know. He's Terra. I think I break it. The iron leaves, even if you go with a weird Terra. They're going Ting Lu water Terra, cool. Fairy. Alright, that works. God, now I'm scared of Scarf Iron Leaves. Protect? That's fair. Yeah, I think your only out is to Fisher me with the Ting Lu. I think that's like the out. And if you Fisher me, you had to Fisher the Surskit guy. I'm gonna get Fishered, aren't I? Scream warning. 3, 2, 1. That's fine. That's fine. Is that a raid? Is that 2 raids? Yo, thank you. Honey Badger, game prep on the raid. Appreciate it, my friend. Hopefully you're having an absolutely amazing day, my friend. Thank you for stopping by. We love to have you here. Thank you. How was your stream? Big Spout finishes off Ting Lu. Honestly, I think Torn still just beats Weaves because, like, we have Rocky Helmet. I'm really bulky. You can go for a grass attack if you want into the Kyogre. I can't stop you. Psyblade. Okay. They know who they're going after. Oof. And they're, I was going to say, and they're orbed, but they are orbed. I was like, they have to be orbed to do that. Did some VGC and Hatterene building. Hatterene's so rad, right? Isn't it such a good mon? That should be game. We won. With Surskit. We used the Surskit. And we won. First game. Undefeated. Surskit. And we used Psych Up. We had the Psych Up Surskit and we won. Busted. 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 Let's freaking go. There's no way. I got you. I got you pinned. What you gonna do? They're gonna beat me, but like, I'm gonna do the best I can. Do I like Indity here? Do we like Indity here? I should probably read Indity here. Actually, Indity is cracked. Indity Shadow Rider is so broken here. Holy moly, it is nuts broken. Oh yeah, I gotta do it. I gotta do it. We gotta do it. I'm gonna bring the Surskit though. We do be bringing the Surskit though. I'll bring Kyogre too. Indity is cracked in this matchup. This specifically, Indity says break the wrist, walk away. Let's go. Still gotta bring the Surskit. And if we lose, it's okay, because Gabumon's busted. Hands Ogre? Bro, you have the board that doesn't click anything. I'm glad I didn't bring Surskit into this. Alright, let's see though. I'm thinking. Astral's good. Follow Me's good. I vibe with that. Actually. Expanding Force. Collapse. Nope. Astral. Astral. Alright, I see the line. Alright, here we go. Are you going like normal Terra? Don't particularly care what they do on his hands. Fairy is fine. Good thing we didn't click the expanding. I'm really respecting Miraidon and Kali-I in the back. We're going to be able to double tap their Ogre Palm, which is great, and we shouldn't go down on our Indity to either one of their moves. So even if they like Power Whip, it's not going to KO Indity probably, because we're so at defense investment. So we're just going to rip an Astral, do some decent chip. Yep. Indity's going to go down. Even if it's crits, I should live at about 25 HP. 33. Hey, you ever seen anyone know how to calc things? Straight up, you ever seen anyone with like knowledge of how calculations work? It's crazy how like math is just like a thing that we can use to be good at this game. All right, it's time for your boy. Now I could send out Kyogre here. I could do it. I could send out the Kyogre, but it's okay. End him, my son. End him, my son. End their existence, Surskit. We're going up. We're going gaming right here. This is it. Surskit. Surskit. Spiky shield, low battery. It's okay. Iron Hand's gonna go down. Dumpy time. Oof. You can still hit yourself even if there's a terrain on the board. You can always side priority yourself. Policies up. I gotta go find a charger. Let me know if I win, okay? Okay. Did I win? Please go away. Dumpy. We have +3 now. Now what you gonna do? Now their only hope here is Scarf Miraidon. Is their only hope. I don't want to fight against Scarf Miraidon. I don't. You guys think it's Scarf Miraidon? End him, send him to the shower. That's another sub. Morris, thank you so much. Alright, the right play here against Scarf Miraidon would be Protect. And honestly, I would love to psych up this turn. I would, but we do this. Battle's canceled. Oh my gosh, Surskit. But though, Surskit though. Oh my gosh, this is so crazy.